Are the Panthers about to steamroll their way into another really dominant win, or can the Raiders just pull off a massive upset? Let's break it all down in this episode. I'm Geordie, an NRL junkie, and this is NRL Deep Dive. You love footy, you want the latest on rumours, trades, and in-depth game analysis? Hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, it helps the algorithm out, it helps everyone out. All right, let's get stuck into it. First up, let's go through the confirmed lineups and what they mean for this matchup. Starting with the Panthers, their lineup is as strong as ever. Like Nathan Cleary is back steering the ship. Having him in form is a game changer for Penrith. His control, kicking game, and decision making make him the most influential halfback in the comp. There were some injury concerns though around Dylan Edwards early in the week, but he has been cleared to play, and that's a massive for the Panthers. Edwards is the glue that holds their whole backline together. His work rate is elite, and his defensive positioning often goes unnoticed, but it's crucial to their success, am I right? The forward pack remains intimidating as ever, with James Fisher-Harris and Moses Leota leading the charge. These two set the platform for the Panthers' attack, and if they win the middle battle early, it'll allow Cleary and Luai to dictate terms. Another key player to watch is Isaiah Yeo. His ball playing through the middle adds just a whole nother layer to Panthers' structured attack. He can engage defenders and create space for the halves, which is a nightmare for opposing Lions. For the Raiders, let's switch over there. This is a real test where they stand this season. Losing Jack Wington was a huge blow, but this team is adjusting, and the focus is now on Jamal Fagadi to steer the whole side. He's a really solid halfback with a great kicking game, but he will need to step it up in terms of game management if the Raiders want to challenge the Panthers. One interesting element to watch is the fullback role. Sebastian Kris has been solid, but there have been whispers of Xavier Savage that he could be given more game time in the number 1 jersey. Especially if the Raiders struggle with the whole attacking spark thing. Savage is electric with ball in hand, and his speed could cause some serious problems for the Panthers defense. Now let's talk about the battle in the middle. The Raiders have one of the most physical forward packs in the NRL. Josh Papali, Joe Tapine, and Hudson Young just bring a level of aggression that can be trouble even with the best teams. If they can dominate early and win the rock, that's the Raiders' best chance of staying in the contest. But that's a big if. When you're up against the Panthers pack, that thrives in high-pressure games. All right, now let's dive into some of the biggest rumors leading into this game for Canberra. There was talk that Ricky Stewart might shake things up in the spine if they struggle early. That could mean a reshuffle in the halves or even a bench utility coming out earlier than expected. With Stewart, you never really know. He's not afraid to make bold calls mid-game if you feel something isn't working. For the Panthers, the biggest rumor surrounding them all season has been Jerome Luai's future. While it won't affect this game in specific, you can't help but wonder if all the noise around his potential move actually a distraction. So far, he's handled it well, but with each passing week, the pressure builds and builds. Another thing to watch is how the Panthers handle fatigue. They've had some bruising encounters recently, and if the Raiders can keep this close into the final 20 minutes, that's where the things could get interesting. Now let's go into the strengths and weaknesses of both teams, starting with the Panthers. For the Panthers, their biggest strength is the structure and discipline. No team in the NRL controls the tempo of a game quite like them. They grind teams down with relentless sets, excellent completion rates, and a defensive system that is nearly impossible to break when they are on song. Their defensive line suffocates teams, and once they get a lead, they rarely let it slip. However, if they have a weakness, it's their reliance on Cleary's kicking game. If the Raiders can really apply real pressure and force into the rush kicks, they could limit Penrith's effectiveness in attack. We saw this happen in some of their tougher games last year. If Cleary isn't given time and space, Panthers' attack can sometimes stall. For the Raiders, their strength is in their physicality. Their forwards match up against anyone when they are firing on all cylinders, and if they can turn this into a grind, they'll give themselves a shot. They also have some X factors in the backline with guys like Jordan Rapana, Matthew Timoko, capable of breaking a game open. Their biggest weakness, though, is their inconsistency in attack. Against a team like Panthers, you need to be clinical, and Canberra has a habit of making crucial errors at the wrong times. If they cough up possession in their own half, Penrith will punish them. Simple. So what's the key to this game? For the Panthers, it's about sticking to their game plan, completing at a high rate and allowing Cleary to control the game with his boot. For the Raiders, on the other hand, they need to win the forward battle early, frustrate the Panthers, and take any scoring opportunities they can get. If they let Penrith dictate the game, it will get ugly, no doubt about it. What do you reckon? Can the Raiders pull off a shock win, or will the Panthers continue their dominance? Drop your predictions in the comments and let the debate get going. If you enjoyed this deep dive about the upcoming game, make sure you like and subscribe for more NRL content. We'll see you in the next one, mate. Bloody take it easy.